Stop making boring history videos. If you want to go viral on TikTok and YouTube Shorts right now, you need to be creating cinematic AI history. I just found a channel called History Unveiled X on Instagram. They have only 26,000 followers, but their videos are stunning. They take historical events, like the king who became so angry he cried, or untold tales of lost empires, and turn them into dark, photorealistic movie trailers. This niche is a gold mine because it combines education with high-end entertainment. It taps into a deep desire for epic storytelling that textbooks just can't match. But most people look at these videos and think they need a team of editors or 5 different expensive subscriptions to pull this off. You don't. Today, I'm going to give you the complete A to Z blueprint to clone this cinematic history niche. We are going to build a channel that doesn't just recount facts, but makes the viewer feel the history. Usually, you would head straight to ChatGPT for this. But here is the problem I often face with standard ChatGPT. It tends to write like a textbook. It gives you dull, generic summaries that bore viewers to tears. For this workflow, I'm going to use a tool called Ghost Script. Why? Because Ghost Script is specifically designed to generate viral scripts and hooks. But if you prefer ChatGPT, the prompts I'll show you will still work there too, as the process is the exact same. First, we need a concept. We're not just listing dates, we're telling a story. I'll open the Ghost Script chat interface. I'll prompt it to act as a viral history storyteller. I don't want generic facts about Rome, I want drama. I'll ask it to generate 10 high-curiosity video ideas about untold tales and lost empires. I'll specifically instruct it to focus on emotional human stories, dramatic betrayals, or bizarre historical facts that sound like fiction. The tone should be epic, cinematic, and slightly dark. Ghost Script generates the list. We have options like the pirate queen who defeated an empire and the king who ate himself to death. These are strong, but let's go with the army that vanished in a sandstorm. It has mystery, epic scale, and tragedy, perfect for our cinematic visual style. Now, we need the script. This is where most people fail. They write a Wikipedia summary, we need a movie trailer. I'll prompt Ghost Script again to write a 150-word script for a TikTok video about the lost army of Cambyses. I want a powerful hook about 50,000 men disappearing instantly. The tone needs to be grave and serious. It should end with a haunting question to drive engagement. The AI generates the script. The next step is the most critical for our visual style. We need to visualize this story before we generate it. I'll instruct Ghost Script to read the script above and break it down into 6 to 8 distinct cinematic scenes. For each scene, I want a detailed image prompt. I will explicitly tell the AI. The style must be cinematic historical realism, 8K, dramatic lighting, sandstorm atmosphere, epic scale. We need prompts that describe the lighting, the camera angle, and the texture of the sand. If you want the exact prompts I'm using to get this specific historical movie look, I've dropped them in my free Telegram channel, linked below. A quick note on TikTok monetization. This high-quality original storytelling is perfect for the creativity program. But if you're in an ineligible region, you can't earn. I provide TikTok accounts. Check the description to get started properly. Now, we create the media. First, the audio. The voiceover is the documentary. It needs to sound authoritative, grave, and engaging. For this, we stick to the gold standard, 11 Labs. I'll copy our script from Ghost Script and paste it into 11 Labs. Voice selection is everything here. A cheerful, energetic voice will ruin the dark atmosphere. I'll select a voice like Marcus or Bill, something deep, gritty, and historical. I'll adjust the stability slider up to make it sound more consistent and serious. I'll also slightly slow down the speed. History should be told with weight, not rushed. I'll generate the audio and download it. Now for the visuals. This is where the Ghost Script advantage comes in. Instead of tab switching to Midjourney or paying for a separate Leonardo subscription, I'll stay right inside Ghost Script. It gives us direct access to the Nano Banana model, which is incredible for photorealism. I'll navigate to the image generation section in Ghost Script. I'll select the Nano Banana model. I'll take our first prompt from the chat, a vast Persian army marching into a golden desert sunset, cinematic wide shot, and paste it in. Settings are key. I'll set the aspect ratio to 9:16 for vertical video. I'll add negative prompts like cartoon, anime, blurry, text, 3D to ensure we get that gritty, photorealistic look. Generate. Look at that result. The lighting, the dust particles, the detail on the armor, it's incredible. It looks like a frame from Dune or Gladiator. This level of quality is what stops the scroll. I'll download it. I'll repeat this for the next prompt. A massive sandstorm swallowing the soldiers. Chaos. Dramatic shadows. I want the viewer to feel the wind. Generate. Perfect. And the next. A lone helmet half buried in the sand. Centuries later. This workflow is faster because I'm not context switching. I'll generate all 6 to 8 scenes to cover the full script, ensuring a consistent visual palette of gold, dust, and shadow. Static images are okay, and many channels get by with them. History Unveiled X uses subtle motion to make it feel like a movie. To compete, we need that motion. We'll use Kling.ai for this. Link in description. I'll open Kling and upload our first marching army image. I'll set the duration to 5 seconds and hit generate. The result? The army marches. The dust swirls. It's alive. This transforms a static illustration into actual footage. I'll repeat this for all our scenes. Before we edit, let's zoom out. You have the tools to make one video. But how do you build a media empire? How do you identify the next viral history topic before anyone else? How do you monetize this audience with digital products like history guides or merch? That's the high-level strategy we teach in Wi-Fi Uni. It's about building a sustainable business, not just a viral channel. If you're ready to be a media entrepreneur, the link is below. All right, let's build this masterpiece in Capcut. Link in description. Import everything. The 11 Labs voiceover, the animated Kling clips, and some music. Set the project aspect ratio to 9:16. We start with the audio foundation. Drag the voiceover onto the timeline. Trim the dead air. In this niche, pacing is key. We want it to feel like a breathless retelling of a legend. Remove any breath that sounds awkward, but leave the dramatic pauses. Now, the visuals. Drag your animated clips onto the timeline. Cut them to the narrative. This is crucial. When the voice says 50,000 men, we need to see the marching army instantly. When it says vanished, we cut hard to the sandstorm. The visual must perfectly illustrate the story beat at the exact second it is spoken. For the text, use auto captions. But for this niche, we need a specific style. Generic TikTok captions look cheap here. Choose a template that is bold, serif, and historical. Maybe a font like Cinzel or Times New Roman in white with a gold shadow. It should look like the title card of a history movie or a museum exhibit. Position it centrally or slightly lower, ensuring it doesn't cover the focal point of the art. Finally, the polish. Add a film grain overlay for text. This makes the AI video look like actual film footage. Then add an adjustment layer. Boost the contrast slightly to crush the blacks, and lower the saturation just a touch to give it that gritty, ancient feel. This creates a cohesive visual identity for your channel. Export in 1080p per second, and that's the full workflow. You've created a cinematic, AI-powered history documentary using a streamlined, cost-effective toolset.
50,000 men marched into the desert, and none of them were ever seen again. This is the true story of the lost army of Cambyses, an entire Persian force.
You have the story, the visuals, the motion, and the sound design working together to create a viral asset. You have the blueprint. Go build.